Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
We're getting more and more concerned about the potential impact from Hurricane Irene here in southern New England by the latter half of the weekend. And we've been saying all along how you certainly want to stay tuned to further forecasts. We're still three and a half days out. Obviously, a lot can change, which includes the storm completely going out to sea. But based on some of the computer information that we've been looking at, it looks like we'll see some degree of rain and wind and a storm surge from Irene, but what the magnitude will be remains to be seen. But you really need to stay on guard here. Take a look at the satellite photo, and a very well-developed storm. This is a close-up look, and if you take a look at one of these like meteorology textbooks and you go to the hurricane section, this is what they show you as what a mature hurricane looks like. Unfortunately, it continues to get stronger. Here's the southern Bahamas right in here. You can just see the eye right there. Starting to jog more towards the northwest right now. So Irene getting stronger. Had winds of 90 last night, now up to 120, and poses a threat from the Carolinas to New England. It's a Category 3 storm, which means the top winds of up to 120 miles per hour could briefly make it to Category 4 status as it passes through the Bahamas over the next 24 hours. Here's kind of a wider view. You can see South Florida back here, the Bahamas, and the eye of the storm now tracking off west-northwest. Information from the Hurricane Center has the wind sustained at 120, gusts to 150, and tracking at northwest now rather than west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. Put this into motion, a Category 4 storm through the Bahamas. Here we are, Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock, a Category 3 storm just brushing the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And obviously a storm in that position becomes a real concern points north, including right here in southern New England. Now, the darker line in the center represents the official forecast track of where the center of the storm will make landfall sometime Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening over southern New England. But this whole width of this whole yellow area represents the kind of the track of uncertainty. In other words, it could still track out to sea or track further off to the west. And we use so many different computer models to predict where the storms will go. We talk about computer models, plural. Let me show you about a dozen of them. And each colored line represents a computer forecast track. And what's unsettling is notice how they're all sort of clustered over southern New England, but you really need to get into some serious detail here. In other words, the weather is very track sensitive. What side of the storm you're on really makes a world of difference. Typically with New England hurricanes, the left-hand side of the storm, it's windy, but it's more of where the heavier rain is concentrated, whereas the right-hand side of the storm tends to be where the strongest winds are located and the strongest storm surge. In other words, the surge of water that comes in along the coastline. So you don't want to be on the right-hand side of the storm, and some of our computer models actually have us on the right-hand side of this storm system come Sunday. So the key word here is potential. Potential impacts around the Sunday time frame would include large waves and swells, heavy rain, so river flooding due to freshwater flooding, rain, and not so much the ocean, hurricane-force winds, coastal flooding from the storm surge, in other words, the abnormal rise in water as the storm approaches, and obviously some power outages, actually significant widespread power outages. All right, in the short term, we're looking okay for tonight. Tomorrow, some clouds and fog burning off to at least partly sunny skies, and then during the afternoon, sunshine giving way to increasing clouds, chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Right now I'm thinking tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and then everything clears out for Friday. Saturday, the weather goes downhill by Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, but the real potential here for something significant would be on Sunday as far as rain and wind and a surge from Irene.